Entered this trade in the C period. I'm basically waiting for it to get below that blue line. I thought it'd come down and test that B low and then work its way back up towards that POC. But when it came down right there, it stalled out at that previous POC. So I did enter one set there because I thought there was a chance it wasn't going to extend as far as I thought it was going to. Then it does move down like I thought. And I can't resist adding another one and taking that was my original trade right there. I'm just waiting for it to reject out of there, show some sign of moving back up towards my POC. So I enter my original trade there. Now the first place I'm looking is to get back up over that value area low right there. I'm sorry, the overnight low that I just pointed out. And then the next step would be can we get past the B high and you had the VWAP right there. And then my next target would be the POC. And if it really got moving, there I adjusted my stop. If it really got moving, I would try and hold, for that POC, depending on what it looked like. And then my final target would be, if it was really moving, my final target would be that, trying to get back to that A high, which is also real close to that value area high. So I thought there was a chance we would retrace that entire range and, take out that high up there. Here it's retesting that area. So I obviously had lots of time to get back in or, to get in. And I didn't think the entry was that great on this trade. Kind of threw me off. But like I said, I thought I was going to miss it. Because when I seen it stall out at that POC again, I thought there's a chance that that's as low as it was going to go. And then the second time I needed to see that rejection, so I was probably a little slow on adding that second set of contracts. See, it's just kind of grinding around down here and then it really starts moving. That's exactly what I was looking for, is that kind of pop towards the upside. So the next thing I'd be looking at is that low, the overnight low there, that orange line. Then you have the half back, and then we're looking for the B high, and that's the VWAP area right there as well. It's also kind of the low volume node there. So, you can see how you have the node where the POC is at, and then kind of that node below the overnight low. I'm sorry, the overnight low. Right here, I'm watching to make sure we get through that overnight low. And it doesn't quite have the momentum and kind of the enthusiasm that I thought it was going to. So, we get over that overnight low. I do start taking some. I think right in here. Normally I would see it, it'd really build on its way through there. And just the way it was grinding, technically you're single time framing down. So I did, normally that would be a decent short if you were, in a different situation. I think right in here I take one. Just because it was spending too much time around that POC, and you kind of had the VWAP and everything right in that area. And I think the actual VWAP's a little higher than that, but it's in that vicinity. Right there, I'm looking where the VWAP's actually at. This whole time I'm watching that to see if, what am I going to do if that does start shorting from that B low, if they continue the single time framing like that. Here we get a pop over. I bring it down. That's basically right at VWAP. So I take a couple there. I have one left and I'm thinking about getting over that A, but the way this is moving, it's just not, I don't think it's in the cards, especially because I only have one contract left. And you have that overnight POC, the POC from today, and then you have the open right there. There's no way I can resist taking one at that level. And then even here, it comes up and has a little bit of a hard time getting into that next node. So right there, I moved my target down. And even here, I probably should have front run that POC, but I thought we would kind of wick up over top of that, over top of all of those. I thought we'd, go over the open and everything. But it actually goes right to it, takes out my order. And I think that was 32 ticks in that last one. Most of those trades were around 20 ticks. You can see how it's just kind of grinding around. Usually at this point, everybody kind of knows what they want to do with it. I think it would get there a little faster than what we are here. So I even think about closing it here because you can see how we're into that upper node. And like I said, it's not accelerating. So I'm worried that it's going to fall back, and not that it won't get there, but maybe it's going to fall back and retest that overnight low. And right there, it takes me out. I wouldn't want to hold it through that whole retest of the overnight low again. So